What is going on, guys? So today got on the scale. We're sitting at around 211, which is great. We've been taking some time to drop some more body weight, to get some more of the fluids off, to approaching our diet a little differently, looking to approach the diet in more of a responsible keto approach, where it's proteins, fats, fibers, and doing my best to keep the carbs real low, if not no carbs. Doing no carbs sometimes can be really, really tricky, but I can keep it low to about 20, maybe 25 grams, and I'll be okay there. Really watch out for the glucose, the sugars, and things like that. Watching out for those in my diet and making sure that I um, sticks to stay clear of those. Give my body as much time away from extra sugar and glucose and carbs as possible, while at the same time feeding and still replenishing myself and not starving myself. Not starving myself so that way my muscles can get nourishment and get nutrition, things like that. I can continue to build muscle, which helps out a ton whenever it comes to um, my situation. So, with my situation is, the type 2 diabetic, where we have elevated levels of A1C, you know, and A1C, I think the last time they recorded mine was like six or close to six something. And so wanting to trend that back down and with your levels that high, it means that you have glucose in your system, in your bloodstream, that hasn't been taken in by a cell or your muscles, that insulin hasn't found any place for. So you will have just leftover insulin and glucose just in your bloodstream. When that happens, you're unable to lose weight, and those things in your bloodstream causes inflammation, causes problems, and you don't want that. You want those out of your bloodstream, and you don't want as much of that in your bloodstream available, especially if you're not active. If you're active, it could help out, you know, because you have some glucose to burn. But for the most part, I'm somewhat active, but not that much. Especially to have that much glucose left over in my bloodstream. So what we're doing is doing our best to taper off to where each day it's a little less, a little less, a little less. Um, Contributing overall to the resistance of insulin. The insulin resistance comes from your body receiving that sugar, that glucose, and then it sends out a ton of insulin to try to accommodate for all this extra glucose and sugar. And it doesn't have anywhere else for it to go. Once all those cells are taken up, it doesn't have anywhere else for it to go. Those cells begin to become resistant to insulin. And that's when the danger happens. When your cells are no longer taking insulin or receptive to insulin and receptive to the glycogen and the glucose that's trying to get into the cell, that's when it becomes a problem. And so we're just trying to create an environment in our body, in our bloodstream, in our cells that is more responsive to insulin. Insulin's not a bad thing. It just can become bad when your body is no longer really responding to it. And so that's what we've been working on, changing up our diet. I was noticing that I was feeling so horrible in my digestive system, in my gut, in my stomach area all day long. I just felt horrible all day. And so I was noticing that I don't feel like that anymore. No, and so my changes in my diet hasn't really been weight loss influence. It's just been like, man, I just want to feel better in my body. I just want to wake up and feel better throughout my body. That's what I want. And so that's what we've been doing. That's what's been happening, man. It's been good seeing the progress, just seeing the way my body's been responding, hydrating properly. Went and got some Celtic salt, sprinkle a little bit of that in my water whenever I'm drinking and stuff like that. Or I'll put a little bit on my tongue. And it definitely helps with hydration. I feel like at first it felt like I was just constantly drinking and it seemed like it was for no reason. Doing it this way, I definitely hydrate way quicker, way more purposed hydration. It seems like it just happens way quicker. Um, so far that's it for the updates. Like I said, a little bit of weight loss, feeling better in the gut, making changes with the diet, with the sort of like a more responsible version of keto. That's pretty much it, man. I don't really have a whole lot of updates. Uh, I think I yawned early. I was going to edit this video, but I honestly don't even feel like editing. So I might just leave that yawn in there. um, but yeah, that's it, man. You'll be hearing more from me. I want to get to do more like what I eat in the days and food videos, but my webcam is the best camera that I have. My phone is okay. I just don't always feel like pulling out my phone, but I may need to just get over that and just start pulling my phone out and recording, what I'm eating and go from there. That is it for this video, you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will catch you guys soon. Peace. Let's keep on this health journey, man. Let's keep it going.